PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster who once wondered seconds ago, because I record these together, if why pajamas are plural. But I also just was wondering, initially I was wondering, did I say friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time? Yeah, I think I did say that part. But like, so pajamas is one word. Why did they pick the J? Because it's pajamas, right? Like, just curious. I'm wondering, though. I mean, I know it's stuck. They say, well, we picked it because we didn't pick it. It's the one that stuck. Pause didn't stick, obviously. And what other, and I say, well, you could have called them PMs. I mean, that would have been confusing but you wear them in the PM, you know, for most people. I guess you wear them in the AM, too. But I guess you're right. PJs works. But does it? That's my only question. I know I can't turn back time, but it's just like, was it the only option? Not that it's a bad option. It's just something I think about and then I go on a tangent about to take your mind off stuff and keep you company because you deserve a good night's sleep. That's why I'm here, to distract you, keep you company with a silly little show that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We're going to do some stuff about supporting the podcast. Then there'll be an intro to give you some space between the day and the night and to wind down to. And then there'll be a bedtime story at the end. It's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. And these sponsors are the way I'm able to do it for free twice a week. Hey, everybody, it's Scoots, and I could really use your help. We're doing our yearly annual survey, and I'd be so grateful if you could take a few minutes and answer the survey. You could go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/survey. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/survey, SURVEY. Fill out the survey, and there's a box towards the end where you could put in your thoughts about the show. So if there's anything you really wanted to let me know, you know, something you want more of, you're looking for something a little bit different. I don't know. Let me know right in that box. Like, give me your feedback, but please take the time to fill out that survey. It's so useful for the health and long-term sustainability for the show. So fill that out at sleepwithmepodcast.com/survey. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/survey. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. It is time to talk about our sponsor, Helix Sleep. Have you taken the quiz at helixsleep.com/sleep? You know, there's a chill in the air now. Fall is coming, and there's nothing better than getting that pumpkin spice tea and getting in bed, getting cozy with my Helix Dusk Luxe. Oh, boy. I'm going to be piling those blankets on, getting my tea, getting a nice little book, and making my nesting in my Helix Dusk Luxe. I love it so much. So comfortable. Great for sleeping. Great for chilling. You know, Helix Sleep is a premium mattress brand. It has tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. The Helix lineup has 14 unique mattresses. They've got luxury models, mattresses for big and tall sleepers, even a mattress for kids. But you might be like, how do I know which Helix mattress is best for me? You just take that Helix Sleep quiz, helixsleep.com/sleep. You find your perfect mattress under 2 minutes and your personalized mattress shipped right to your door, free of charge. And Helix knows there's no better way to test out a mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night risk-free trial. You get to try out your new Helix mattress, see how your body adjusts, and if you decide it's not the best fit, you're welcome to return for a full refund. And everybody's unique. Everyone sleeps differently. That's why they have several different mattress models to choose from, each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. And I speak from experience. I sleep on my stomach, I sleep on my side, I sleep hot. And when I took the quiz, it matched me with the Helix Dusk. I picked the Dusk Luxe, and it's perfect for all that. I don't get hot when I'm sleeping at night. I'm comfortable when I'm on my side. I'm comfortable when I'm on my stomach. I love my Dusk Luxe. Not only is it the best mattress I've slept on, but the setup was fast and easy. Helix mattresses are delivered in a box, shipped right to your door, free of charge. Plus, Helix mattresses mattresses are American-made. They come with a 10 or 15-year warranty, depending on the model. And don't forget, you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. If you don't love it, I mean, I know you will, but if you don't, they'll pick it up for you and give you a full refund. And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for Sleep With Me listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/sleep. That's helixsleep.com/sleep. With Helix, better sleep starts now. All right, everybody. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. You know, I can be one of those people that ends up focusing on problems instead of solutions. You know, like when I forget to charge the batteries of the recorder and the backup batteries aren't charged and the recorder stops in the middle of the recording, and then it just spirals down there, and it's like problem after problem after problem. And then I start thinking, what's going to go wrong next? Instead of thinking about solutions and maybe having a different mindset. It can be tough to train your brain when you're stuck in that problem-solving mode, when you're faced with a challenge in life. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling. And working with a therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. And I'm talking from experience. I go to talk therapy every single week. I recommend it to everyone in my personal life because it works. I have someone to talk about with my problems and my mindset to say, hey, what about this? Maybe you could look at it in a different way. And talk therapy, working with a licensed therapist has helped me get out of that place of just looking at everything like a problem and be like, oh, what about being excited about something? Be excited about a challenge. Therapy has given me so much more than I expected when I started it. It's helped me with my stress. It's helped me with my emotional healing. It's helped me deal with anxiety and depression and give me concrete skills to live my life and to live my life more fully. So if you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, it's accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists anytime. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it is time for the Sleepy Supporter Zone. One part of the podcast I need you here is where I thank the listeners who supported the podcast. That's how we're here free twice a week. And I want to thank Don, who supported Sleep Phones. Don got some Sleep With Me branded sleep phones and shared on social media, tagged me, tagged Sleep Phones. Let me know how comfortable, and took a picture even of those Sleep With Me branded sleep phones. The only place you can get them, sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones. Thank you so much, Don. Couldn't do it without listeners like you. If you support a sponsor or you buy a piece of Sleep With Me merch like Don did, tag them, tag me in a social media post, fill out the form at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors so I can say thank you. Thanks, Don. The second part of the Sleepy Supporter Zone is you getting the support you need right now. If you're having a tough time, there's links to resources in the show notes you could connect with right now, including international resources. It's also about being a part of our communities, not just saying Black Lives Matter, not just saying stop AAP, I hate, not just saying support Ukraine, but taking action, learning more. There's links to resources we could do that right in our show notes. And the third part of it is one of the things we're supporting. We're building hygiene kits for people experiencing homelessness. I'm bringing them down to the Midnight Mission in Los Angeles. I'm doing streams and live shows for free. You could take part for free. You don't even have to do anything other than join in and maybe learn more. Maybe you want to take part in it at some point. And for free, you could sign up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnightmission, and you'll get a weekly newsletter with about what we're doing, links to our live shows for free. So sign up, sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnightmission. Oh, Mystery Bard, a lot of people help out on this show. Who are they?
Chris Posty Poster Son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the Legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Hannah like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mr. Bard. I'm at Dear Scooter on Twitter and Instagram. That's where you can find me. What do you say we slow it down and get on with the show? Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it with a bedtime story, but all you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake. It could be thoughts on your mind, things you're thinking about the past, the present, the future. So thoughts, could be feelings, anything coming up for you emotionally related to those thoughts or to something else, feelings that are just there. It could be physical sensations. It could be changes in time or temperature or routine. It could be something else. Whatever it is that's keeping you awake, I'm here to take your mind off of it and keep you company so you could fall asleep. And that's really the most important part about the show is you getting the sleep that you deserve and you need. That's really why I make the show. You deserve a bedtime you don't have to dread, that you could look forward to or at least feel neutral about. And that's really important to me, one, because I know how it feels, tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep. I've dealt with all of that, and there's hundreds of thousands of people listening right now that are dealing with it or have dealt with it in different ways too, that know how it feels. That's the main message is, well, not everybody knows exactly what you're going through. A lot of us know how it feels. And we say, yeah, that's tough. That's why we call it the deep, dark night. It's not easy. And you deserve a bedtime that has a little bit more predictability and a little bit more reassurance and some sleep. Because if you get the sleep you need, you get the sleep you deserve, your life is going to be more manageable. And that means it's a better place for you to be in. And that means it's a better world for all of us to be in. So that's why I make the show and kind of the message that there are other people listening, that even though you might feel alone and you might physically be alone, you're not alone in the deep, dark night. There's others of us out there who know how it feels. And the way I do it, the way I try to help, it's a little bit different. It doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for almost anyone on the first try. Most regular listeners say give it 2 or 3 tries and see how it goes, but it's a different show. I'll explain all that coming up. But the first thing I do is I send my voice across the deep, dark night, and then we use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones. My dulcet tones are extra creaky right now. It means my voice is not traditionally soothing. I go on pointless meanders and superfluous tangents, because I get mixed up and then I go off topic and then I wonder and then I wonder and then I say, why do I wonder why? Because my thoughts, they just run away. And then I wonder, I'd probably be better. I said, what would it be like if my thoughts just stayed? And then I say, how come my thoughts are forming in a doo-wop song? But I send my voice across the deep dark night, lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, superfluous tangents, all to keep you company so you can fall asleep. Now, a few things to know about the show. As I said, it's very different. Give it a few tries. If you already know you don't like the show, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. There's tons of other sleep podcasts and sleepy audio on there for you to check out. Check that out. Oh, the other things to know about the show, it's very different. It's a podcast you don't really listen to. You just kind of barely listen. So you kind of put it on as background noise almost. And some people are paying attention, but for a lot of people, they have me, they're just kind of like, It's a passive listening experience, or I'm out of focus. Some people have me at a mumble, and then some people are listening for a distraction, but you don't have to pay attention because there's no pressure to. There's no pressure to listen and no pressure to fall asleep on this show. The show is just here for you to be here, whether you're awake or asleep even. And the not listening part can be hardest when you're wondering, okay, when's the show going to start? Oh, it's already going. It's going. It's just not going anywhere. Particularly, it's just, it's stalled out. You say, okay, but when's the sleepy stuff? I say, oh boy, this. I say, well, this is actually, it's not any sleepy stuff either. This is podcasts to put you to sleep. It doesn't really put you to sleep. It's here to keep you company while you fall asleep. I'm here to be your bore friend, your bore bud, your bore bae, your bore sib, your bore cuz, your bore burr, your neighbor, your bore friend in the deep dark night. I'm here to keep you company. Some people, they can't sleep. I'm here to the very end to keep them company too. But even if you're sleeping, I'm here keeping you company. Like there's that motel, whichever, they say, we'll leave the light on for you. Hey, can you turn the light off though? Really? Like I'm here. Or don't leave the light on. Put it on a dimmer or something. Leave it on so I can find you. I know you were kind of speaking figuratively. But yeah, leave the light on so I can find my room. And I feel, I got my car parked. But then, turn those lights off or, make sure there's enough blinds that you'll leave the light on for me. But once I'm in the room, there you go. That should be implied, I guess. Once I'm in the room, won't know it. We'll leave the light on for you, but you won't notice once you're in the room, comfortable, sleeping soundly. Additional message created fictionally by Scooter from Sleep With Me podcast. The light's on for you, but you won't even know. You'll notice so you could get here. So then you don't have to notice. Now, now with triple curtains, because we left the light on. Then they'd probably say, why don't we what if we just use a different bulb or a different lighting technology? And they'd say, well, because that's our catchphrase, leaving the light on for them. What if we'll leave the light on for you figuratively, but there'll be lights. But there won't be the kind of lights that get in the way of you falling asleep because we're really a place to sleep once you find us. What if you just say, if we were speaking figuratively, what we'd be saying is we're easy to find and we're really friendly and welcoming, but great to sleep at. Also, by the way, you're not advertising a motel. You're trying to start a sleep podcast. Oh, so yeah. So that's, those are pointless meanders and superfluous tangents. But really, I mean, wouldn't someone say, I mean, sure, has that been one of their commercials where they say, okay, that's great for the person on their way. But what about, can you turn it off for me? I'm already here. My room's paid for. So can you turn the light off? I mean, I know it's not about me. I do want the family that still needs to find their way here. Like, or maybe that, we'll leave the light on for you. All rooms facing away from the light. The lights, the lights here for, all rooms face away from the light except, that doesn't make any sense. That petered out. I've never had anything peter out so completely. I mean, I guess you say, yeah, all rooms are west facing rooms. The light's facing east. It's where you pull in and you pay. Oh, but this is a sleep podcast. So yeah, this is a podcast you don't really listen to. You don't really put you to sleep. I take your mind off stuff while you fall asleep. I'm here to keep you company in the deep dark night. I told you why I make the show. I told you it takes a couple tries to get used to. Not everybody likes it, but most people that have become regular listeners, they do say it took a few tries to get used to the show. Some other things to know is structurally the show is very different, and it's very intentional, but it does take some getting used to for the structure. And as you become a regular listener, you can adjust how you listen. But let me tell you why the show's structured the way it is. It starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So you feel seen and welcome. You say, oh, maybe I'll check this show out. Maybe I'll see. I mean, I guess that was a great move for them. If all other motels had their lights off, I say, well, let's go to the one with the light on. That feels more welcoming. You say that's a competitive advantage or whatever they say, minimum viable product advantage or what, I don't know what they say because I only half listen. But you say, well, yeah, let's go to, well, no kidding. Let's go to that place. The light's on. Feels like it's on for us. They left the light on for us. All the other places turned out their lights and went to bed. Don't want to go there because then I got to wait and wake the person up. They'll come to the door in long johns, I'm presuming. I would hope, or fully dressed, but maybe they'll be grouchy. That one, the light's on, and it's so bright that no one could sleep through that light, except for us when we get in bed, of course, because all the rooms are facing a different direction. As they get, the light couldn't be facing all the rooms that they've left on for us. I forgot how that related to sleep with me, but show starts off with the greetings. So you say, okay, I could check that out. The light's on. Clearly, my brain's like, the light is dim on a dimmer switch with you, Scoots. I say, thanks, brain. Okay, but so, where was I? I'm lost in, I've got, what are those called? An auto lodge in my brain. I'm lost in its marketing materials. So, I really am. Okay, so there's greeting. Then there's support for the show. That's like where you pay for the room. Luckily, it's free. And you get to listen for free because of either people that support the show directly or the sponsors. So that's the support for the show. Here twice a week for free. Then there's support for listeners having a tough time, support for communities around the show. Then there's an intro. And the intro is it can throw people off because it's about 15 or 20 minutes long. In most podcasts, right, you say, okay, just sign this form here, and then you walk in your door, you're in your room. That would be a normal podcast intro. Ours, it's a bit of a meander. It goes on and on and on. One, because I'm just not good at getting to the point. But two, because I'm not good at getting to the point, which is almost the point. And so the intro goes on and on and on. For a regular listener, it's part of their bedtime routine. It's different every time, but there's a familiarity to it. They say, okay, there goes Scoots again, trying to find his way to introduce the podcast that he's made over 1,000 episodes of. And I don't know what in the name of Tom Bodette he's doing, but he's having a good time doing it. And I also can't quite follow it, so it's working. So the intro goes on and on and on because it's it's part of the wind down routine, like a little bit of a twilight or a buffer between your day life and your sleeping life. So some listeners are getting ready for bed. Some people are getting comfortable. Some people are falling asleep. 2% of listeners skip the intro. But for most people, it's about easing into bedtime or doing some sort of other relaxing activity or getting ready for bed or getting comfortable while the intro plays. Because for most of us, we need a little wind down before we can get to sleep. And so that's what the intro provides, as well as an opportunity for me to showcase my ineptitude. I mean, where else in the world would I get to show off the fact that I'm human, and I'm flawed in it's showcasing his flaws twice a week. No, not my flaws. That would be gross. But my flaws. I'll leave the human on for you. Scooter, you got extra, rooms now come with, they don't come with extra human. But the podcast has extra, it has one human who has extra humanity or excess of it. That sounds like a brag. I don't have excess humanity. I'm just particularly good at being imperfect. So, okay. So that's the intro. It goes on and on and on. Then there's more support for the show between the intro and the story. Then it'll be our story. Then it'll be our episodically modular series, Nuns in Space, which you can listen to in any order. So it'll be a nice little bedtime story. Then there's thank yous at the end. So that's the structure of the show. That's why I make the show. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad you checked the podcast out. I really hope I can help you fall asleep. But thanks again for coming by. And here's a couple of ways I'm able to do it for you for free twice a week. Sleep With Me podcast is brought to you by Progressive. Are you thinking more about how to tighten up your budget these days? Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save over $700 on average, and customers can qualify for an average of 6 discounts when they sign up. A little off your rate each month goes a long way. Get a quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary. Discounts vary and are not available in all states and situations. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Caviar. And, you know, I love getting the best of both worlds personally, and sometimes I want a premium chef-cooked meal, but I want to eat it at home. I don't want to leave the house. And Caviar can make it happen. It's restaurants delivered to your dining table, and I am a Caviar user. You've heard me talk about some of my local highlights before, but believe it or not, I didn't think you could get sushi delivered. I've never had sushi delivered before 2 weeks ago when I said, well, let me look on Caviar. I told my daughter, no, sushi places don't deliver because you can only pick it up. And that was an assumption, and that assumption was gone when I looked on Caviar and found our favorite sushi place, Bluefin, got it delivered. In fact, I made an order for dinner and lunch via Caviar and Bluefin, and it was absolutely delicious. So we had some soup for lunch the next day. Because Caviar is a food delivery app for people like me that are passionate about food. They bring premium local restaurants directly to your doorstep. They have top-tier support and direct delivery. And you get peace of mind every time you order from the app. Caviar Premium Delivery includes direct delivery and top-tier support, all part of the app for everyone at no extra cost. And Caviar's got cool lists like staff picks or like places where it's tough to get a reservation. And if you ever have any issues with your order, you just contact their top-tier support. They have an experienced team always at the ready to make things right and make you feel like the VIP you are. And for Sleep With Me listeners, Caviar is ordering, now get this, you got to use it. Caviar is offering 50% off 2 orders up to a $20 value per order. And all you have to do is put the offer code WITHME in at checkout. That's WITHME in at checkout. And remember, that's 50% off 2 orders up to a $20 value per order with offer code WITHME. So download that Caviar app and use the offer code WITHME. All right, everybody, it's time for our episodically modular series, Nuns in Space. And it is very episodically modular, so I'm going to give you a lot of the details you need. And then ideally the characters will fill in the rest. But it's the story of nuns in space, which may be a little bit, you say, oh, wow, I can't wait. And I say, well, technically it's a story with where nuns are in space. That part is true. But the nuns in space part is not exactly the centerpiece. So there's some main characters. Maybe I should start there. You say, oh, the nuns, of course. And I'd say, good question, but not exactly. The main character, the hero, or the heroic character is Stan, a sentient, you could simply describe as a sentient soda machine, freestyle. But of course, so much more than that. A sentient being who happens to be a soda machine, freestyle soda machine in their physical form. That part. So that's Stan. There's Stan's sidekick, Scooter. The character is very familiar. And then there are the nuns from Scooter's childhood. They're flying a spaceship. Scooter is on the spaceship with the nuns from his childhood. He's their only what do you call it? Enlisted, or he's the only crew member. There's 3 nuns. They command the ship. Scooter's their only crew member. They're traveling somewhere important, but we don't know where. I don't think Scooter does because it's a need-to-know information. And also, Stan, the freestyle soda machine, it is in the episodes. But basically, that's it. Each episode is something happens in space. Scooter tries to help the nuns as their crew member. and trying to get to help his best friend. Oh, Stan and Scooter are also best friends, even though Scooter's Stan's sidekick. To help his best friend and his leader. If you're a sidekick, what do you call your heroic figure you work for? I mean, other than Batman, if you're Robin, you say, like, how do you refer? If you're the sidekick, I'll have to watch that. I'll have to see how that plays out in Star Kid. But yeah, so the nuns so it's a story about nuns in space, kind of. So much more than that. A thinly veiled metaphor for an entirely unrelated story. Nuns in Space, introduced by our Hollywood announcer. And if there's ever been a heroic figure who could play a hero, how about that? A heroic figure playing a heroic figures. And does he cut a heroic figure? I don't even know what that means, but even at a distance, he said, that's clearly a heroic figure walking down my driveway so loudly. I said, can't you put like felt on the bottom of those shoes or something? Do you have shoe dampeners? And he said, I'm not sure those exist. And I said, well, we're inventing them. I said, what about, and then I said, he turned me down. Believe it or not, Antonio can be assertive. I said, what about wearing burlap sacks over your shoes? And he said, a sack? And I said, well, more like a burlap bag. I said, those will be shoe dampeners. And he said, well, I may, and I said, no, burlap is very, he said, I'll slip within the sack. So I said, I said, okay, no more. Then I'm sorry then. This is what I had to say. I said, well, okay, so you're asserting your needs, and saying yes to what you're saying, no burlap bags on your shoes. I do need to implement a no shoe policy from now on. And so moving forward, you've heard there's been a bit, I think there's a famous baseball player called Shoeless Somebody. He's not in shoes. It's not what he would choose. But it's the clomping of his heels we did lose. This time here to introduce our series, Mr. Antonio Banderas. The friends beyond the binary, ladies, the gentlemen, the boys, the girls, it's time for Nuns in Space. Scooter, I would never propose wearing flip-flops. But what about something to get me from my car to your door? Because there is leaves on the trees falling. And this is Nuns in Space. Yeah, shoosh. That's Mr. Antonio Banderas, old shoeless Antonio. Won't be in any, I know you were going to say brand name of shoes that you think are quiet but aren't. That's Mr. Antonio Banderas. This is Nuns in Space, everybody. Hey, Pen Pal, it's me, Stan. Scooter, if you're listening, or Pen Pal, if you could get a hold of Scooter, that would be great. I could use some help here. I'm running in and I'm running a Coliseum, Scooter. And, no, not with gladiators. Of course not, Scooter. Of course not. Running, Pen Pal. So I found myself, Pen Pal, I don't know when it started. But at some point I found myself on this planet alone. I don't know where Scooter is. So that's probably, I could use some companionship, and some brainstorming. And it's not all bad. So I'm trying to look at what's positive and give you the positives. There's a giant Coliseum here. It's, not like the Colosseum in Rome or like the former, like it was before or after. But it is a Colosseum. There's people in the stands. Well, we changed the stands to rooms. So when there's people in the stands, they're the people of this planet and they're resting, or I don't know if they want to be called people. They're beings. And they're resting. And the rest of the time, this is very big too. And I seem to have powers to make the Coliseum rebuild itself. That's how we built the rooms. It's like it's connected to some of my processing. But what we do here all day long, this could be construed as positive, but it's not, a Scooter, is we run a race all day long. Everybody here on the planet, all the residents, or the current residents, and we've just been running it in the Coliseum because then I can control all the variables. Outside, I learned the hard way that I couldn't, outside of the Coliseum, I couldn't control everything. But now here in the Coliseum, I can control everything. So basically what happens is every day everybody's resting. Most of the people, or most of the people of this planet, I'll just say it, they're not humans, but they are bipedal. And they do have opposable thumbs. And so they're similar to humans, a similar structure. But every day, they're on a very similar biological clock. That includes resting and sleeping. There's many different genders, but none of that's important, Pen Pal. The thing is, every day they wake up mostly at the same time. And while they're still kind of tired because their bodies need to replenish, we have, where they eat and but basically consume water and food. And then they chase me all day long in I guess it's not a race because it never ends. And I create obstacles to keep them engaged or so that they don't catch me, even though it's it is possible with their numbers they could catch me at some point. But there was only one time, they even got close. My suspicion is they can't catch me, that it'll do something not good for anybody. And so I don't know why that is. I just feel it deep within my vacuum tubes. So that's it. Every day we run a different obstacle race all day long. And it's a good thing is that plenty of power sources for me. And then I help these, then they're so tired, then they eat. That's the only solution because they won't stop chasing me otherwise. They basically, we get them down till they have to, because the great thing is they're all in sync. So there's no saying, well, I'm not tired yet. Everybody gets tired at the same time and hungry and a little bit grouchy. And that's only once in the morning. So then they just go to bed. They eat and go to bed. And then we start the whole thing over the next day. And how did we get here is that I got here. I don't know how I got here, when. But what I do remember is seeing all, outside of the Coliseum, I was here. And I saw them running around separately, chasing stuff. And chasing things floating on the wind, chasing paper floating on the wind, chasing streams. The lights of the Coliseum are very bright, so I could see everything day or night. And they were just they were all on different schedules, but they would just chase themselves so they were tired, and not all of them had. And then so I started bringing them water and food, and I said, why don't you, and then they would just go start chasing again. And I said, this is a problem. Clearly this planet is, chasing they're not chasing, none of them have tails, but they would chase their own tail if they could, maybe. They don't though, because I tried that, Pen Pal. It didn't work. One of the things I did try. And so they run around. I said, okay, I got to help them. But then I tried to get them to stop. They won't stop chasing. And then I said, well, it's not realistic for me to run around this whole planet, which isn't it? The planet's not in great shape, pen pal. Seems like stuff's not going well here. And I discovered the Coliseum. I said, this is a great place. It's made for why'd you leave here? And they looked at me. So then I started them chasing different objects around, and they just didn't seem happy with it. Like they weren't engaged or something. I don't know. They had malaise, even though they were still chasing. I could see it on their faces, pen pal. So then I said, don't worry. And I kept, so finally I ended up, they had to chase me because I'm so, like they can't catch me like the gingerbread man. They couldn't catch gingerbread. I tried a gingerbread person. It was only, like an outline of one on a, thing spinning around. But they've adapted. And I've run some Moore's law, like pen pal, in case you're listening, like that's the easiest way to explain it. And at some point they will surpass my ability to make things like this is not an endless cycle. It feels endless. Every day we get up, they chase me. I try to design a way, obstacles and, things for them to climb. And like sooner or later they'll catch me and then it won't be good. So that's why I'm here waiting for Scooter. Like, Scooter, I'm like waiting here. I'm working. I'm going to be running all day long, Scooter. I could use your help. Scooter, I could use your help. I'm doing a lot of work here, Scooter. Okay, Stan. Yeah, I'm dreaming. Like, Stan, are you bathed in sweat? Are you wearing a sweatsuit or a tracksuit, Stan? Those wow, this is quite a dream here. And you're wearing wristbands. Scooter, yeah, I'm super sweaty. I could use your help. I can't see anything at all. Okay, Stan, is there sweat in your eyes? Scooter, there's sweat in my eyes. Okay, because you don't have a headband on, Stan. Let me just look around here for anything I could put on you. I don't have a headband or a sweatband. I could use this pillowcase to wipe the sweat. Oh, what? No, Stan, you're not there. That was just a dream. Holy cow. Good thing, though, because I would probably grab the sock next, Stan. The nuns are calling me to get back to work. So it was a dream anyway. Sorry, Stan. Oh, wait a second. Now I'm remembering that we're caught in this loop. In case you're listening, pen pal, I guess I'm recording this for you or Stan or somebody else. Every day, I don't know how long a day is, so I'm using that in a generalized term, pen pal. But so every day I wake up, I'm having a dream about Stan. I'm the only crew member on a spaceship with the nuns from my childhood. I don't always remember the specifics about the ship because sometimes I feel like the ship is small and other times it's not small. But I remember everything else, which is we're caught in some kind of loop. We may be inside a Stan, but again, I'm like, wait a second, is that just something I'm misremembering? But the nuns are going somewhere on a mission, top secret. I can't figure that out. My job is to serve the nuns, which I'm supposed to be going, and they're buzzing me. But this time the walk is taking longer than sometimes I just leave my room and I'm in their cockpit. But by serving the nuns or doing what they need me to do, it somehow gets me to Stan, or it gives me the clues to get to Stan through some sort of mysterious portal. Then I go to Stan. Stan is not remembering everything. Stan will be somewhere. Delusion is a part of it. I'm pretty sure what I've learned is the delusion has evolved. I don't think it's sentient, but it lands on planets and kind of takes them over. But Stan is Stan isn't the anti-delusion because Stan is normally caught in delusion, but Stan has some sort of demigod-like powers, but Stan's unaware of those powers. And the people of the planet or the solar system or whatever are being impacted both by the delusion and Stan's attempts to fix the delusion because Stan's not attempting to fix the delusion. Stan's trying to help the people of the planet. which normally would work great, but somehow Stan's unaware of the outside, I don't know. So then I help Stan mostly by giving Stan ideas that don't work, and then Stan comes to a conclusion that does work. So Stan's still Stan, just with what we would classify as superpowers, but in Stan's memory, Stan remembers short-term memory is not working. Hello, sisters, I'm here. What's going on? I am sorry I'm late. Yes, sisters, I know I need to get back to, okay, sister. Yes, sister, what's the problem? Oh, yeah, I do see all these stacks. There's a lot of piles of papers. Are those tapes? Okay, and those are platter dry. Are those 3.5-inch discs? Does this spaceship even use? Oh, these are all for our important archives. Do they, sister? It seems like these piles are appearing and growing before my very eyes. Don't worry about that part. I just need to get these down to the archive. I didn't even know the ship had an archives room. Okay, so I should just, do you have a wheel? Oh, no, they have to stay in order? Okay. Well, can I take the pile? Because those are kind of tall piles. They look precarious. No, they have to stay in order, and you don't trust me to keep them in order. Oh, okay. You think they're their exact size? I could carry them in my arms and tuck my chin. Oh, yeah, you're right, sister. I'll start with these. Luckily, they're on a platter, these 3.5-inch drives. Yeah, we got my chin rest. Oh, whoa. Oh, no, I didn't fall. I didn't drop them. Don't worry, sister. Okay, I'll go as slow as I can. Okay, I won't bumble them because obviously that would damage them. Oh, somewhere in here is the solution. Okay, just imagine that in one of these things is your instructions to release me from service. Okay, I'll go down. Oh, there is a storage room or archive room here. All right, I'm going to put these discs down. Next up, platter drives. Oh, now there's more piles of looks like filing stuff. Okay, sister, I'm going to come take these platter drives. I'll be back. Yeah, these are a little bit, the thing is that the sisters can't hear me. I don't want to break these drives, so I'm being careful. But the papers, I got to pick up my pace once I get done with the drives with all the filing stuff because it's growing. And I can drop the papers maybe. Oh, boy, the filing room, though, I got to go over this balance beam. It's not too far down. It's just like a balance beam that's like 4 feet off the ground. Those are easier, I've heard, because it's easier. It just is like storage underneath here. Let me get the first stack of papers. And I'll be very, very, this is precarious. Don't worry, sister. I won't bumble. I'm not a bumbler. I mean, I guess I am. Man, okay, so I go over this balance. Okay, I made it. Now I go back to the cockpit and get another stack. Hi, sisters. Don't worry, I am a bumbler, though, sisters. So it's not my really fault that, the thing about telling someone they're a bumbler, okay, just follow orders. Yes, sister. Okay, I'm back in the hall. I was going to say, though, they keep calling me a bumbler. The thing is, I learned when I was a busboy, you just don't look at it and your body will balance it. But then when you're saying to somebody, don't be a bumbler, and it gets in their head, I got to focus here on how I'm going to get back to Stan. Wait a second. Whoops, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no. All the papers fell off the balance beam into the storage below. Might as well keep going and go back and get more, and then I'll worry about this. Oh, I dropped another. Wait a second. This has got to be how I get to Stan. Maybe I got to clean up the papers. Okay, I wonder if there's a rake around here. I'll rake these papers and folders. Wait a second. If I rake these papers and folders up, I can make like a pot. This is just like raking leaves. And then I can jump into the pile of leaves. I bet you that'll bring me to Stan. So that's exactly what I get this. Oh, this is a nice little pile here. And I don't have to worry about any doggy do because I'm the only one here. And then I'll jump in here and I'll be headed to Stan. Scooter, you're here. Yes, Stan. Sorry. Scooter, where'd you come from? Where you been? If I explain it to you, Scooter, you got to get on my back. We got to keep moving. Okay, Stan, like your back, the back of your machine, your back, Scooter, you could get on my backside. Yes, you could giggle. Okay, but it's just your back, your, yeah, Scooter, hold on. Stan, oh, wow, I didn't realize you had handholds here. Scooter, yeah, some machines need to be slid in and out of alcoves. So they are handholds. Perfect for riding on your... Stan, have I ridden on your back before? This is, Scooter, technically, yeah, no, Scooter, I need to focus. Okay, Scooter, okay, I'm done focusing. Oh, are your nanos making obstacles that you're running over? Scooter, they are. We're being chased. Okay, what happened? Why are we being chased? Oh, Scooter, it's a part of, you didn't get my messages? Oh, hold on, Stan. Oh, no, the ones for Pen Pal and me, I'm getting them. Okay, Scooter, why run over these obstacles? Okay, Stan, I listened at 3 times speed. Oh, okay, Scooter, so can you tell me what's going on? Oh, like repeat back to you to make sure I understood is what you're really... So you're being chased by the beings of this planet, which you're keeping here at the Coliseum, which is a giant... I mean, this thing is huge. Stan, you didn't really... I guess for size and scope, this is humongous. And so you have been on this planet doing your best alone without my help. Yes, Scooter, if we had time, I'd like to talk to you about your being my sidekick in friendship no, I totally understand. It's so you're here on this planet, you're being chased, you got to this planet and you found a planet full of beings that were pointlessly chasing stuff and you said, this must be why I'm here, to help them. Scooter, exactly. They were just chasing stuff around. And they were running around just chasing stuff. So you said, well, let me help you, give you something specific to chase and just instead of just chasing things around. Scooter, exactly. And then your solution that you eventually built your way up to was more and more complicated chases as you found this Coliseum where people could live together and like, because you just basically, they chase you until they're so tired they can't chase anymore. They all are on some sort of very similar schedule in metabolism. So they all get tired at the same time. They don't actually get so tired. This is one thing I didn't know if you noticed, Stan, but they know their limits. Scooter, they do know their limits, but they go right up against their limits. Right, but at least they know they have to, like, Scooter, I don't know if they would stop, but they're willing to stop. Okay. But, so they stop, and they can't catch you, but you're not exactly sure. That's just a sense you have. Scooter, deep in my vacuum tubes, I sense that if they catch me, well, then it would just undo the whole show, and they would just go back to chasing. They'd say, oh, we don't need to chase, because we built our way up to them chasing me. So then they would just go back to the old ways of chasing stuff around, Scooter, which doesn't make any sense and didn't work, and... Then they were spread all over, and there was definitely, Scooter, I'm not, I know it seems like I have to be in control of this situation, and I'm trying to fix things, and there is some missing pieces, Scooter. I'll be the first to admit it, but I know something was wrong. Like I said, deep in my vacuum tubes. Okay, so let's just trust that you're right. They can't catch you because they would just go back to the old ways or something else. Like your vacuum tubes are saying that. You're also saying when you got here, the fact that they were just chasing stuff around the planet was that there's a few things missing we're not getting. But okay. But you also feel the need to keep up this obstacle race. Here's the thing, Stan. I was thinking at first, what if, well, at first I was going to say, what if they catch me? Scooter, they would catch you instantly. Okay, so that wouldn't work. That was my first idea, though, is like I could take over and then Bumble, and they could catch me, and then I could get information from them. Scooter, that won't work. But so that idea won't work. I don't think, Scooter. They wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't. They'd just catch you really fast. They're really fast, Scooter. Okay. Well, what if? Here's the thing. They can see me on your back, right? What if I fall off your back and then start chasing you again? How close are we to a break time? Scooter, pretty close. Okay, so what if I fall off your back, then I bumble, and then I keep chasing them, or I keep chasing you with them? Scooter, come on. Stan, it's just an idea to try out. I don't see a downside to it. Well, you might be, okay, there's only a few seconds left, so okay. And then I'll get back. I'll see what kind of info I can find out. Okay. Whoa. Did everybody see that? Oh, what's that? That's the big bell. Oh, you're all tired. Wow. Am I tired too? There goes that freestyle soda machine. Oh, what's a freestyle soda machine? Oh, you don't have them on your planet. That's what the thing we're chasing is. Did you see I caught it? Oh, you're all pretty too tired to talk? Okay, let's go into the drinking and eating area. By the way, Stan, the interpreter device is working perfectly. Scooter, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, because you forget. Anyway, so, oh, wow, Matt, wow, this is great. What a great chase today. One of the best ever, I'd say, especially because I don't know if you saw it again. I jumped on. Oh, you did see it. Okay, now that you're having some food and stuff, you're a little more social. Yeah, I am a little bit different. I'm not quite as, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know where I am or how I got here. I just know I was chasing that thing. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, how did we get in this situation? Yeah. Does anybody else feel deep down that this isn't working and it's like a pointless chase? No chase is pointless. So well, you're right about that. I mean, chasing this freestyle soda machine around inside this complex is not where we were. I can remember back. I don't like... Oh, yeah, before you were chasing things around. Yeah, and, oh, here comes somebody else. Stan, is that you? Scooter, it is. I'm in disguise. I didn't realize I could come and join you in disguise. Wow, you look just like one of the beings. Oh, hi. Hello. Does anybody want to be my friend? I'll be your friend. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe you should think about what friendship means first, sir. Okay, I was just being a friend. We were just having a friendly conversation here about before this Coliseum. Didn't anybody else just feel like you were running around, not pointlessly, but that something was missing in our chases? You're all nodding kind of knowingly. Yeah, that it was like we were just chasing stuff around, not pointlessly, but that, Like just chasing around. I remember once I chased a feather for 45 days and I didn't see anybody. I don't know. Does anybody prefer this this chasing as a group? Doesn't seem right. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, nobody needs to guilt anybody here. No, Stan, we're just talking. Okay, well, it just doesn't feel like it. Okay, Stanley, why don't you take a look at what was like this Coliseum's here, and I don't know. Here's the thing: everybody's getting ready to go to bed. Does anybody have any dreams? Oh, I do. I have a dream that of a vision of a shiny woman named Phantasma. Okay, thank you, Stanley. Does anybody else have any dreams about? Oh no, I'm chasing her. I mean, figuratively. Okay, but does anybody else have any dreams? Oh, you dream of chasing stars. Okay, you do too. You do what really? Like shooting stars. Okay, a lot of people have dreams of, but we haven't seen. You haven't seen any stars in a long time, huh? Oh, because of the lights on this Coliseum. You're right; they're very bright. They may block out our ability to see shooting stars and stars. We should think about if that's okay. Some other dreams are flying through space. Really? You've dreamed of flying through space. Okay. Oh, somebody else. You have a dream of swimming in, swimming in some sort of goopy substance. There's a lot of goop out here in outer space, Stan. They don't talk about that in the movies. Scooter, you're right. Oh, other people have that dream too. Huh. Like it's different, not water, you're saying, but you swimming around in something like water? Okay, that's interesting for sure. It's different than what I expected. Anybody else have anything else they're been dreaming about other than running through fields? Okay, covered in goop. So running through fields covered in goop. Running through a forest covered in goop. Oh, running through a meadow. Oh, a difference between a meadow and a field for sure. Running through a riparian area. Not sure what that, I've heard the term before, but is that like near a river? Oh, running through a grassy valley. Okay, different than a meadow. Oh, running through a mountain meadow. Oh, that's I like how everybody's getting tired though. Okay, Stan, they're all falling asleep. Let's go, Stanley. Let's go sleep over here in private. Scooter, what are we going to do? Okay, first off, we've got to shut the lights out and then figure out what we're missing, Stan. Like, these may be archetypal dreams. I don't know about swimming in goop, but I don't know, flying through space. Humans don't dream about flying through space very much. Through the sky they do, because we can't fly through space. Scooter, what are you saying? Well, I mean, as strange as dreams can be, Stan, and I'm no expert on anything. I'm a bumbler, right? I bumble for you, just like the nuns would say. Scooter, what are you talking about? Well, I'm just thinking I don't know if you have dreams about stuff that's not like I don't think we have dreams about shooting stars either in such a specific way. Scooter, so I think I don't understand. I'm hoping for your help. Scooter, I'm shutting down the lights of the Coliseum. That took a lot of, they didn't want to be shut off. So I had to actually break the lights. Okay. Well, so tomorrow, I wonder how much rest they need. Like if we wake them up to look at the stars. what would happen? Okay, Scooter, hey, let's do that. Hey, everybody, it's Stanley. The lights went out on the Coliseum. Let's go outside and look at the stars. We were all dreaming. Oh, Scooter, look at, there's a lot of stars. That was the only light source on this planet. Other than those two moons and those stars. Scooter, how do you see those moons? So they're not, you can still see them. Oh, yeah, Scooter, I'm sorry. But, yeah, they're not black. Well, yeah, you just see they're just slivers. Two moons, a lot of stars. Oh, everybody's, jumping at the shooting stars. Scooter, it's like they're jumping to jump off the ground, though. You're right. And now everybody's kind of looking. I'm feeling like I'm trying to jump. Right, so I could chase the stars, just like you're saying. Oh, like I could fly through space and chase the stars. Yeah. Stan, this is everybody's kind of saying on the same page here. Okay, Scooter, but everybody's kind of wandering around now. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little, what's everybody feeling like? Walking around doing what? Oh, swimming in goop and then running through meadows. Scooter, I just got contact with outer space because the lights were also blocking my ability to download data. Okay, and what's coming through? Scooter, there's in this region. There's been I don't have when it started, but they're calling it the Great Unwatering, but it's really a lack of there's something going on with all the growth in the universe, in this part of the universe, this galaxy, and this planet, Scooter. And as I've been doing some echolocation. The Coliseum sits, this planet used to be full of meadows, and there's still underground meadows, Scooter. There was some on the surface, but this is, as far as I can tell, Scooter, this planet is a source of life for the universe, or this part of the universe, this galaxy. Okay, Stan, you can use general terms with me. Scooter, I think it'll confuse you. Right, that's okay, though. So what are you saying, Stan? Scooter, my theory is that the Coliseum is blocking something, and that your dream theory is correct, that they're meant to fly through space because they're not humans, and they're meant to run through goop, swim in goop, and then run through fields. I don't understand. It's underground fields, I guess, Scooter, but none of that can be accessed because of the Coliseum. Okay, Stan, here's an idea. Let's build a stairway to heaven. Scooter, what do you mean? Well, the Coliseum's made up of some sort of brick-like material. So if you start building the brick by brick, upwards, and that will help them get closer to heaven. And Stan, I don't think you're going to remember this, but I think the Coliseum is made up of bricks of delusion. So at some point we could build it past the, Scooter, that's impossible. I think it is possible for you, Stan. You've done a lot here on this planet. You have some sort of extra power here. Scooter, I'm building the stairway to heaven, even though I don't believe it's going to work. Right, it'll be like kind of like a space elevator or something. If we can get majority of it off planet, maybe we could get it into the gravitational pull of their sun. And, Scooter, that's working. Scooter, actually, your theory will work because for some reason these stairs are all sticking together. Right, it doesn't make sense, but you have the power to do that, Stan, I believe. Scooter, they're loving running up and down the stairs, and they're practicing jumping into space, but they're not able to do it yet. Right, but see the ground below, like now they're going below. I'm going to go, let's follow them below the ground. Oh, yeah, there's holes below the Coliseum was covering up a giant pit of goop, a subterranean lake of goop, Scooter. Yeah, look at all of them playing in the goop. It's kind of translucent, and they're covering themselves in it. They're not bathing in it as so much as slathering themselves in goop. Scooter, it's like it's extra thick moisturizer. It doesn't come off, it doesn't seem to be. It could be like a spacesuit, Stan. Scooter, but now they're going running. They're chasing underground seed pods. Yeah, through these beautiful underground. Wow, there's a whole world down here, an organic world. Oh, this is like one of these inside-outside worlds. Scooter, what do you mean? Like, see how it opens up? It's on a, it's tough to explain. This has been in books before, but the center of the earth is also serving as a sun. So these are different plants, but they some of them can function in the light of the sun and some in darkness. Oh, and they're just running through fields of the plants, Scooter, and and meadows and grassy plains. Oh, hey, everybody. Oh, yeah, we're going to come run. We were just talking. You're all covered in... Scooter, they're covered in seeds. Oh, they're going... Stan, that was it. You just solved it. Scooter, what do you mean? Watch them. They're all going up the stairway to heaven now. Scooter, it's reaching towards the sun. Okay, so the stairway to heaven will just help them... at first, until they regain their leg strength or whatever. But see, now they're chasing shooting stars. Scooter, they're flying through space. Yeah, so these beings are chasing shooting stars across this part of the galaxy, this part of the universe, and this planet. Okay, Scooter, what do you mean? And how's that important? Okay, so shooting stars may not go anywhere, so they may just chase it for the love of chasing it. But eventually they're going to take a break on a planet, or a meteorite that they're chasing is going to land on a planet. And then they're going to run around the planet, or their goop will start, because now they're coming back. As their goop starts to dry out, they come back before it fully dries. But a lot of their goop has gone. And the seeds on the goop have gone. Scooter, these are the seed spreaders of Sarasa. I'm sorry, what, San? These are the seed spreaders of Sarasa. Oh, I haven't heard of that, San. Oh, I looked it up. It was in a database. Scooter, the Stairway to Heaven's starting to get pulled into that sun's gravitational pull. But I'm also getting tired, Scooter, from solving this. Yeah, we helped these people spread seeds throughout this universe, or this galaxy. And that's all we need to do now, Sam. You could lie down. I'm going to lie on your back here and hold you and hold on to you. Scooter, it's like we're cuddling. We are cuddling, Stan. Actually, I'll be back. I'm going to go slather myself in goop and then sleep. Okay, Scooter, don't get the goop on me, please. So, okay, Stan, I won't. And hopefully you'll dream your Captain Phantasma while I don't dream of me slathering myself in goop. Okay, Scooter, I promise I won't. All right, Stan, and I'll see you soon somewhere. Okay, Scooter, I'll see you soon, too. All right, I want to thank everybody that became a patron recently. I couldn't do with everybody that supports the show on Patreon. So I want to thank Heather, Bridget, and Larry. Thanks, and good night. So we're Lizzie in September. Thank you, thanks, and good night. Kim, Angel, and Cassandra. Thank you, thanks, and good night. DJ, Mila, and Savannah. Thank you, thanks, and good night. Mary, Snippy, and Alexander. Thank you, thanks, and good night. Annette and Lisa. Thanks, and good night. And Sam and Matrisava. Thanks, and good night. Thanks everybody who supports the show or supports the sponsors. That's how we're able to be here for free. And thanks everybody that spreads the word about the podcast and just lets people know about it. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks and good night. And here's a little bit from a Tuck You In sponsor. That's how we've been able to put all those extra episodes out in the archives. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. So if you listen to this podcast on a regular basis, you know, I have a morning routine, you know, I have an evening routine. I have a lot of different things I do to take care of my mind, my feelings, my body. And talk therapy is one of those things I do every single week with a licensed therapist. Just like if I need legal advice, I talk to a lawyer. If I need my car fixed, I go to a mechanic. I don't try to do it myself. I don't need to do it myself. And that's what I tell people in my personal life all the time, to check out BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat-only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sleepwithme. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody.